3, 2, 1. Houston, you are clear for liftoff.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 20 of this NHL 20 Custom League franchise mode with the Houston Cosmonauts. Just before we jump into this video, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, then please go down into this corner right here. Click that little icon there. It will allow you to subscribe. But anyways, let's jump into episode number 20. So first off, guys, if you missed last episode, go up into the top corner of the video right now, click the card that is there, and it will send you to an entire playlist of this series so you can get caught up. Make sure you know the entire storyline leading up to this point, and that way you'll enjoy this content to the best of your ability. Anyways, last episode we were able to knock out the Phoenix Rattlesnakes as well as the San Jose Stingrays, heading to our third ever Stanley Cup Finals. We have not lost in the Stanley Cup Finals yet. We've been to the Stanley Cup Finals twice since this new league started here, and really the team is in absolutely fantastic shape right now. Really, there's not many other ways to state it. Like, this team is really starting to look nice. Really, I don't have too many complaints, issues, or problems with this team that need to be resolved right away. So I think we're just going to keep it as is. We're going to keep working away here at this team, and hopefully we will be able to win our second ever Stanley Cup here coming up pretty soon. So I do have one question for you guys just to start off this episode. Moving into the future, obviously we have Clayton Keller for now. He is still on a 3-year deal. Our whole top unit is looking really nice. I think we're definitely going to be extending Topi Kapanen, as he's a great second-line winger, and then putting him alongside guys like Kirby Dach and Marcus Vasilunov. That line is sick. But we have a guy like Tyler Cullen here. He's just 19 years old, and I'm wondering, should we be tossing him up onto the first line possibly as a playmaker or a sniper? Because that is definitely a move that could happen here. Moving into the future, we could change him to either a sniper because he's got a good shot, or you could change him to a playmaker because he's got great puck skills there. But either one will work. Right now we have Leach as a sniper, but really he can play either sniper or playmaker. He's good enough to do both. So that will probably keep a +5 chemistry there, I would assume, as you know, he's still going to fit pretty nicely on the like Tyler Cullen will still fit pretty nicely on the top line. He's nothing like crazy spectacular like the way Clayton Keller fits, but it'll be at least +3, which is really good still. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking, what we should do with him moving forward. Also, really the defense here isn't going to change all that much. We have a great group of guys here, and you know, just a really, really good system fit overall too. Goaltending, same thing, I'm not too worried about. I think we are set for the future, and really we have some guys starting to make their way up into potential NHL roles, such as Joe Liston and Isaac Ramirez there, as well as on defense, maybe Magnus Petterstrom, but that's really all I can think of for now. I honestly would prefer if Cruz and Kopecky were playing, because those guys will make the NHL eventually too, but at the moment, you know, I'm not too worried about our team and the way it's set up. So anyways, we're going to be taking on the Ottawa Spartans. They're a very good team, very offensively minded, I would say, but still just a great franchise here that has really built an insanely good team overall. Obviously, we did make a trade with them, and they ended up getting Tyler Bertuzzi off of us, as well as, I believe, Justin Barron. Yeah, they did. So they got a pretty decent haul there for the future from us, but I can't remember exactly what the trade was. I think we got a pick or something from them. Anyways, we are getting into Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals here. This is a potential back-to-back Stanley Cup victory here if we can win 4 more games. So let's see what happens. Clayton Keller leads the team with 22 points in 18 games. Let's see what happens. Period 1 of Game 1. John Davidson opens the scoring. We outshoot them 16-10 on home ice. Second period, it's a 2-1 game as Keller gives us a power play goal to make it a 2-0 game, but then Francois Lalonde scores shorthanded 10 minutes later to make it a 1-goal contest. So how is the third period going to play out? Starts off, Tarasenko ties the game up right away. So that's not what we wanted to see. Power play for the Ottawa Spartans does not convert there. And really, it's looking pretty equal on shots. This game could go either way. Power play for Ottawa yet again does not convert. So they miss on 2 power play opportunities, but David Pastrnak finally scores. Francois Lalonde backs him up there. Heinen brings it back to a 1-goal game. Are we going to tie it up in the last 5 minutes, or are we going to drop this contest after being ahead? And we drop it. Crap, boys. Come on. You can't lose games that are that close, especially giving up 3 goals in the third period. Like, you had them where you wanted them and just couldn't shut down the offense here. And there you go, guys. Clayton Keller is out with a mild concussion. So that is not what we wanted to see. Our top scorer gets injured here. God, you got to hate NHL sometimes. It's just like, really? You're going to go out and injure my best player in the playoffs, really? So yeah, that wasn't exactly what we wanted to see here starting off, but we still got a couple more games left at least, and hopefully we don't drop it to Ottawa, as I believe they've actually won a cup, haven't they? Yeah, they won 2 years ago. We won last year, they won the year before that, so these are definitely 2 of the best teams in the playoffs in the entire NAHL here, so let's see how game 2 goes. Obviously, on home ice, we don't want to drop this one, and we start off pretty bad as Lalonde and Bean score for Ottawa. Kapanen gets 1 for us, but we outshoot them 70-6 and only put 1 goal in the net. Like, come on, boys. It's got to be better. Second period, there you go. There's the scoring that we've been looking for. Vasilyanov, Leach, and Lambos all score for us. We are outshooting them 33-11 at the end of the second, and really showing some dominance here on home ice, showing that we're not going to drop games on home ice very often. And that last game was a bit of an eclipse, so hopefully that just doesn't happen again. Really, we are just completely outshooting Ottawa at this point, and as long as we keep doing that, there's no way they're going to get a lot of goals on us. Somehow Blake Coleman makes it a 1-goal game. I swear to God, if they tie it up in the last 2 minutes, I'm not going to be happy. And they do not. So we win that one 4-3. Close game. And, it's too close. Too close, man. All right, so game 3 now. This is going to be a tight contest, no question about that. But we do have a knack of winning away games. So, period 1 in Ottawa. It's a 0-0 game. We get outshot 10-8. Second period, it's a 1-1 game as Savan scores on the power play, and then Lalonde ties it with under 3 minutes left there in the second. Heading into the third, we want to try to get a goal here. Donovan Leach does it right away there within the first minute of the third period, and then Tarasenko ties it on the power play, so that's not great. Fortunately, Mikhail Sonnenberg there is able to get a goal for us there, but Francois Lalonde answers back yet again. My gosh, Ottawa will just not lie down, and they get the lead off of Marcus Pettersson's goal. Man, we really blew this one. Dante Heinen ties the game up there again. My goodness, this is a crazy contest here in Ottawa. Neither team. Oh my goodness, that's a backbreaker. Guys, the last shot of the game you let in and lose. Oh. Bergman throws a knife in our heart there, and that one stings. That one seriously stings. So that's not good enough, boys. Donovan Leach, 24 points in 21 games now, but come on, we got to show a little more strength here. This is not how our team normally plays, so. Okay, here we go. Game 4, 0-0 after the first 10 apiece on shots. Second period, it's a 2-1 game for Ottawa as Lalonde and Pastrnak score. The offense is proving to be better than our defense here. That's very apparent, and Topi Kapanen gets a power play goal for us. We are getting outshot 23-20 heading into the third. We could go down 3-1 here, or we could tie it up 2-2 if we can get some goals back. But that's a big question mark at this point because apparently Ottawa's got the best defense in the league. So, come on, man. We just need something to go our way, and we're not getting enough shots. We're not shooting the puck. Come on, we're down 3-1. Lovely. I love this game. I love it when my team doesn't take a single shot in the third period. Like, come on. Come on, man. Really? What is that? Okay, guys, so we're trying two different things with the lineup heading into Game 5 here, this elimination game on home ice. We're giving Johan Lundberg the chance to start, as well as Topi Kapanen's going to be up on the top line here. So we're going to see if that makes any difference. So first period, we are up 3-1 as Davidson, Vasyunov, and Leach all score. Borgstrom scores for the Ottawa Spartans there. We're getting outshot 11-9, but we're up, which is huge. Second period, it's a 3-2 game as Jaden Schwartz scores yet again on the power play. My goodness, this team just will not go away when it comes to power play goals. So, another power play. I love it. And we don't convert, or they don't convert on that one, but Lalande ties it. Even strength. Come on, boys. There you go. Kirby Dach gets a goal back for us. That's huge. Come on, boys. We need another one. Push hard. We need to not give up a goal more than anything, really, but we've seen Ottawa win that late before. They don't this time, fortunately, and we win another tight one to stay alive there in a 4-3 contest. I can't believe we gave up 3 goals there still and just about blew it. Fortunately, Kirby Dach does come through for us. And, you know, the lineup seemed to work there with Lundberg in net especially. Clayton Keller is back and healthy. Huge. That is a huge play for us, because having Keller back up on the top line is going to mean that we have a +5 boost, and they're going to be insane. So, I don't know if I want to keep Lundberg in net. You know, he's 2 for 3. I guess he didn't play. I guess Larmour played. So Larmour did win that last game. I thought we were going to have Lundberg in net, but I guess not. I didn't mean to hit play game. Oh, come on. We are a way better team on defensively and in net. Come on, man. We got to beat these guys again. There's no way they win that many games on us. Anyways, here we go. We're just a better team all around, and for whatever reason, we're losing. So, Game 6. This is in Ottawa. Starts off 11-11 on shots. We're tied 0-0 still. Second period, we're down 2-1 as Bergman and Tyler Mott score, but Tyler Cullen scores for us. So it's just a 1-goal game here, but we can't drop this. We are facing elimination. Let's see if we can win this game here in Ottawa. So obviously only 20 minutes left here, and the Spartans can claim their second Stanley Cup if they beat us here. So let's see what happens here. All right, here we go. Kirby Dach got a little bit of space here. He's going to walk in, fire, and that's a great chance. And we took a boarding penalty. That's not good. Oh, and of course we get sniped on too, so we're down 3-1 now. Tyler Bertuzzi. Who else would be scoring on us at this point? Of course. That's not good, man. That's not good. So down 2 goals now. There's still 16 minutes left, but that's not a lot of time. Sonnenberg looking for a pass. Finds Heiskanen. He's going to walk up T1, and it's blocked again. Come on, man. If they block one more shot, I'm just not going to be happy at this point. Here we go. Good turnover at the blue line. Anderson over to Leach. What a goal that is. And we are still in this game, but good patience there, man. Just great patience. And we're still in it, but my goodness. Clayton Keller, you gotta pick that one, man. You have to pick that one. We have no time left. There's 2.5 minutes. And we're pulling the goalie right now, guys. We are risking it all to try and get a goal back here. Okay, let's see if we can pin them in their end. It's their 4th line against our 1st line, or 2nd line, sorry, with extra boost because of the additional attacker. Heiskanen gonna fire through traffic. Oh my goodness. Doesn't get any closer than that, and Grubauer just barely stops that one. Why are you switching my lines? Don't switch my lines. Now it's their 3rd line versus our 3rd line. That doesn't make sense. Not much time left. They're sitting 3 guys back. Timashov, yes! Let's go, Dimitro. What a play. 37 seconds left, and we are still alive. I thought we had lost it for sure right there, guys. And Dmitro Timashov snipes the puck on a beautiful lone man effort, taking on 3 defenders and makes it count. Oh my god. We're still alive. We are somehow still alive. All these fans are just in awe that their team hasn't won right there. All right, we survive. Somehow we're still alive after being down 2 goals. And, man, we just got to take it to them at this point. If we do this right, we can definitely win this game here. So, obviously, their offense is very, very skillful, but so is ours. So, let's see what happens here. Lost the face-off. That's not great. Oh, good check right in front. Clayton Keller had a chance there. Davidson over to Salio, who lets it sail. And, oh, he drew a trip. Let's go. He drew a tripping penalty. That's huge. That's a huge play by Salio. Now we got Davidson out on the power play. Anyways, Marcus Vasyunov tees one up, and there it is. There it is. Our young sniper guarantees a Game 7 back in Houston. Let's go. Man, that's just absolutely what Vasyunov does. And on the power play, you expect him to be finishing shots like that too. So there you go. Game 7 inbound, boys. So this is it. Comes right down to the wire here. And let's see what happens in Game 7. This is it. This is either we go back-to-back or Ottawa's 2-time Cup champs. So period 1, they're up 2-0. Ouch. That's not good. Pasternak and Cahoon score on us on just 8 shots, too. Come on, boys. Let's put a puck in the net here. It's Philip Grubauer, okay? Second period, it's a 3-1 game. We're down 2 goals yet again heading into the third. I love playing like this. Of course, we gave up a shorty, too, to Blake Coleman. Man, come on. Look at the difference here in the teams. It shouldn't even be close, but it is. And instead, they're winning instead of us, so nice. All right, 20 minutes. We're down 2 goals. Let's see what we can do. Get danced around by Cullen. Okay, you know what? Fuck off. Oh, I love how the puck just goes straight to their guy. Game over. We lost the cup, boys. I'm sorry. But, like, I literally go to hit a guy, and he just, like, dodges me. And it's like, how do you do that? I wish I knew how to dodge players in this game, because they were just literally charging us the whole time. And there's no calls at all, so whatever, man. Whatever. You guys can take that win after a bunch of ridiculously close games. Like, that's just whatever. Whatever. I don't really care if we're going to take penalties and stuff like that. It's like, whatever. Whatever. This game's over. As long as we make them hurt, that's all I really care about. Jesus. I know they've got a 98 offense. We've got 100. So how does that make any sense to me? Like, I don't understand that, guys. Sorry. But we should be able to play a little bit better than that. And this is just kind of disgusting at this point. That they're just going to keep scoring like that, like so relentlessly. Come on, you know what? Fuck off. So, guys, we don't win the cup this year. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it worked. So, oh well. It happens, right? Like, sometimes you just come up against really hot goalies. Like, 42 saves for Philip Grubauer is insane. But he made them, so I hope he jumps from an 84 to an 89. And they can't re-sign him. Because that's just how this game works usually. So, yeah, I know we didn't win the Stanley Cup. Sorry, we were 1 game off. But let's get to the draft now, because there's still some time left in this episode. And Ottawa and Grand Rapids are your 2 champions there. So there's your lottery results. Mississauga going to win a number 1 overall pick. New York moves from 3 to 2. Seattle moves from 5 to 3. Denver and Washington move down, and nobody else changes. All right, so Chelios looks like he's going to be heading to Mississauga, so Mississauga's going to have a real nice team on their hands here for the future. Brodziuk I was looking at because he's all balanced with a block and overload. I'm not entirely sure where that fits in our team, but, you know, might actually be a pretty smart acquisition possibly. I don't know if we're going to trade up or not. We'll figure that out here moving forward pretty quickly. But there are some NHL-ready guys in here for sure. Dump with double balance and block and overload. That's another good player right there. This guy is looking all right. Salvador Kim. Kwiatkowski, he's NHL ready. Hello. So Cohen Kwiatkowski we could potentially draft. Besides that, Datsuk looks nice as a goalie. And there's a couple low elites in here too that we could definitely look into, as none of them are very highly ranked, but low elite's a low elite. All right, so for retiring players here, we got Kopitar, Giroux, Jonathan Taves, Drew Doughty, big names here. Shea Weber obviously played a couple of years here with the Houston Cosmonauts, 2 seasons to be exact. Put up almost the average 61 points per game, I guess, or 60 and a half, I guess. But the other guy I'm kind of surprised retired was Drew Doughty, as he was still 83 rated. He was good enough to keep playing. He probably should have. Same thing with Josh Bailey, man. Those guys are good enough to keep playing. So yeah, a bit of premature retirees there, I guess you could say. Tuukka Rask wins 416 games in his career. 339 for Crawford, Varlamov, and Talbot, as well as Dell and Reimer, all over 100 wins in their careers. Vasayunov's up to an 88. Cullen's up to an 84. Heiskanen dropped down to a 90, but he's still 90 overall. Like, that's a pretty good rating. Kirby Dach's a 91 now. Kapanen's an 87 rated. Like, we got good players in this system for sure. Kopecky, I don't know if he'll make the NHL next year. He might. And Markstrom, definitely a guy we need to watch, as he's a very, very good shooter. So guys, I did actually forget to get into the comments. Duke Storm said, "Cannot wait to watch. You are now my favorite YouTuber." So thank you, Duke. I love to hear that. I love to hear that I'm providing content that actually, has some quality to you, has some value. And besides that, let's take a look at Nikita Nazarov here. Said, "Damn, you really built such an amazing team that even if you don't win the President's Trophy year in, year out, you're going to still be a threat in the playoffs. Keep up the great content. Looking forward to more videos. You might have become by far my most favorite hockey YouTuber." Well, you know what, Nikita? We're just working away. We're playing franchise mode the way I like to play it, which is, build mainly through the draft, but, make a trade or two if you have to, and, just build up a really solid group of players through scouting and, effective trades, which is what we've done, and that's why this team is going to remain to be so good for the upcoming seasons here. And really, I've got no complaints with this team. Obviously, we don't have the greatest picks. We got pick number 31 here in the first round. And we got San Antonio's 3rd rounder as well as our own. And then obviously our 4th, 5th, and 6th rounders, our 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th rounders are all right at the end of the rounds. So yeah, that's this draft coming up. So guys, looking at our team, I don't think we really need to go out and try to pursue any trades heading into this draft. I think the team's good as is. Let's take a look at contracts just to see who's still expiring here. And Rasmus Anderson, that's about it. And for goalies, well, we do have Larmour, he wants $5.75 million for the next 2 years. How much does he want for like a 5-year deal? He wants like $9 million. Okay, so where is the majority of our cap space that we can't afford right now? I hate to say it, but I think it's probably Heiskanen, unfortunately. Heiskanen's kind of the most expensive player there out of our top group of guys that, is getting a little older, isn't really worth the $9.7 million. I mean, obviously he is, but it's hard to argue for that when you have a goalie that's as good as what's his name? Larmour, sitting there without a contract. So Kapanen's on a $5.1 million extension. I don't think, we haven't extended Vasayunov yet. Cullen, same thing. This is going to be tough. Okay. We might have to trade Miro Heiskanen just to kind of improve the likeliness of signing players here for our team this upcoming season. But anyways, I'm just going to kind of plan out my picks quickly before we get to the draft. Might make a trade here with Heiskanen. I'm not entirely sure at this point, but we'll see what happens. All right, so it looks like Chelios is an 83 rated power forward franchise player. He's going to make a huge difference on the Mavericks, and I think they're really going to enjoy having him on their team. All right, Fedotenko goes second overall to the Stars. So I think he'll be a great player there as well. Obviously put up quite a decent amount of points, didn't he? Okay, no, 14 points in 49 games isn't great, but it's all right. 81 overall player, still good. So what I'm actually going to try to do here, guys, is I'm going to try to swing a deal for around the 13th overall pick. Might have to go as high as the 7th. I don't really want to, because that's overkill, honestly, for what we're looking for. They got Varlamov and Woodworth, so they're in good shape right now. This team really is, but I would say they probably need another defenseman. So if they can get an established defenseman, and then we can grab, I want 2 more first rounders off of Boston if we can do this. But in exchange for Miro Heiskanen, I know I don't really want to trade him, but we kind of have to at this point. So in exchange for Heiskanen, they'd be over the cap. Great. Okay, so how much cap space do they have? Shoot, we're going to have to take on like a $6 million contract here. Anybody expire? John Carlson. I might not sign him, but you know, that's a pretty decent sized contract there for a defenseman. What about everybody here? I could take on Puljujarvi, Fast, and Shore. I could take on Puljujarvi and Fast, and then get rid of a first rounder, and then go with Shore as well. And that should be enough to get them to say yes to that deal. Maybe not. Maybe I take Kempney instead, but really these guys aren't going to get contracts most likely. It's more just taking these guys off of their hands so that we can get this deal done, and then we'd have too many skaters. Awesome. Okay. So let's go to like our least valued skaters that don't take up any cap space. Guys like Curtis Lazar, and is that guy even playing in the NHL? No, he's not. How about honestly, Cale Fleury I'd be all right with because he's $2.5 million, but we can't do that. How about a guy like Sawyer as well? Did we sign him? No, we did not. Oh my goodness. Let's go with Eriksson then. See if this goes through. How are you over the max cap? How? You gotta be kidding me, man. Okay, can I take on John Carlson instead and not re-sign him? That's the only way this is going through here, so. Give me a 36-year-old Carlson in this deal. And actually, let's take out Fast, and you have to throw in a second rounder as well. Okay? And that should be enough to get this deal done. A lot of pick swapping. There you go. That's a huge trade, man. That is a huge move. My goodness. All right. All right, so we somehow pick up a 36-year-old John Carlson in that deal. I don't know what kind of money he's going to be requesting, but Brodziak goes to the Whales, 3rd overall. All right. So now I kind of need to figure out who we're picking up. Oh, okay. Another defense, or not another defenseman, but the defenseman goes to the Grizzlies instead there. So I need to figure out who are we taking because, you know, we're not going to get Pitton. He's fallen a lot. So I'm thinking it's either going to be Camper, but probably not because he's defensive. I'm looking at Craig Sutter, thinking he might be a good option too, and then maybe we move Lambos to more of an offensive role. That's possible, or maybe just a two-way role. Because the guy I was actually looking at was more a guy like Bonino, honestly. I thought he was going to be pretty good, so we could go Bonino over Sutter. That would probably be a smarter move just because, well, actually, Sutter's NHL ready, so I'll probably take Sutter unless Pitton somehow falls to us. But let's see. No, Pitton goes number 5 to the Royals. All right, number 6, the Swamp Rabbits take Camper. All right, so we are most likely going to take Sutter here. And, you know, NHL ready. He should be pretty good, and he's a right-handed defenseman, so why not? 77 overall. That's a good pick. All right, so we're going to simulate over to pick number 30, I guess, now. And I know exactly who I want to take. Doesn't look like, well, we'll see. We'll see what this round had in store. Subban was nice, 74 overall. Reasoner was 76 overall. Bonino was, okay, he was a 74 rated 2A defenseman. And yeah, just a lot of really solid overall players here. But I'm happy with what we got back from Boston there. And now we are going to take Cohen Kwiatkowski, another NHL-ready defenseman, this time on the left-hand side. And he is a 77 rated medium top 4 defenseman. Again, we're just landing really solid picks here for the future. These guys will probably play more so in our AHL team. And let's see who else actually went in this second round that was good. A couple guys here that are looking like they're good overalls. Ooh, Continent there was nice. Chorney was nice. There's a lot of like just really decent overall players here. Like that's especially right in here in these couple picks. Like that was nice. All right, so for our next pick here, we're at pick 61. I'm going with this guy here, Sammy Lidman. We're going to see how he turns out. Hopefully he's low elite. Who knows, honestly. It's kind of hard to judge that in this game, so yeah, we'll go with Lidman. If he's not guaranteed, oh well, but he is, okay, he's a low top 6, so not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Let's see what else we missed here. We could have picked instead. Yeah, I mean, a 64 rated Hobbs would have been better. Okay. Robichaud is a nice overall too there. But, yeah, oh well. You don't always get the best picks. I mean, we take the risk to try and land low elites. Doesn't always happen. So for our next pick, I think I'm going way off the board on this one. This is pick 78. This guy's considered a gem, but we're not going to take him probably. I think we're going to go with this goalie here instead in Sergei Datsuk, 3 out of 4 bar elite. I think he's going to be good, so let's take him. And he is a, yeah, medium elite, 59 overall medium elite goalie. That's pretty solid, man. I'm happy with that pick. And then over to pick 92, so at the end of round 2 here, or round 3, sorry. Pick 92 is going to see us miss out on literally nobody. And we are going to end up taking, I actually don't entirely know who we should take. I kind of want to take this Tapper guy, but he's 20 years old already, so that's not great. Sam Lack's below average. No, the next guy I wanted to take, we took a guy at 111, so the next guy I want to take here, I think, actually, no, it's not this Nikitin guy. I have a whole bunch of guys pinned. So the next guy I want to take is at number 149, I think, in Bomik, because he's a 3-year ETA at 19 years old, rather than going with a guy like Solnishkin, I believe is how you say it. And yes, I could take the risk on Zayunov. He's probably just going to end up being a low top 4, but you never know until you pick him. So anyways, we're going to take Bomik here, just because of where he's rated, and let's see how he turns out. And he's a low top 9. Yikes, that's not a great pick overall. All right, so we could have picked, let's see, a starter there in Kolzig. Oh well. Osala was a decent grinder, I guess. Oh, medium top 6 in Rollings. I was looking at him, but we didn't take him, and I probably should have. Oh well. Yeah, okay. So our next pick we're not going with Solnishkin there, or Solnishkin. It's Solnishkin. That's how you say it, Solnishkin. No, instead I'm going to go with, where is this, pick 123? Okay, I'm going to go with this guy here, Sven Christensen. Hope he turns out, he's probably going to be like a medium bottom 6 forward, but yeah. Yeah, oh well, playing a risky game here. It doesn't always pay off. Komatov was a nice goalie there to the Outlaws. Another nice goalie in Ledman there goes to the Bulls, so that's great. Our rivals are all landing great goalies. Solnishkin was actually a half-decent pick. Beauregard was a nice grinder. Ward was a decent sniper, so what can you do, man? Next up, we're going to take... I decided against Simard here. I think I wanted to go with Zayunin instead. Watch Simard actually be the one guy who's an elite. But no, we're going to try Victor Zayunin here. And he is there you go. So that's a low elite, finally. Half-decent defenseman. I think he's 19 already. Oh, no, he's 17. Nice. Okay, so he might still grow into something, which is awesome. And let's see what else was in here. Not much, bro. Like, really not much. Simard, yeah, he's a medium fringe starter, so that's alright. I'm glad we went with Zayunin. And then for pick 185, I'm going to take Brendan Esche here, another 17-year-old, and he's a defenseman. I'm hoping he's low elite, and he is, so that's two decent low elites in a row here as we land Zayunin. And then, what's his name? Then Esche as well. So for pick 216, I really don't know exactly who we're taking. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot. There's a couple starters in here. And then, an elite as well in Erickson. So yeah, there's some decent picks in there for 7th round. Stone was alright. Devon was alright. Okay, so that really wasn't all that bad a draft. I mean, we've had better drafts before where we've landed a ton of good prospects, but really, it wasn't all that bad. I'm pretty happy with who we landed, and I think we're going to go and take a risk on... let's see. I'm going to send it here. We're going to go with David Vanden Bouche. David Vanden Bouche, I believe is how you say it. And he is a low bottom 6 forward. I mean, that was just a pick for the name, really. But, yeah, not a terrible draft. We land Sutter and Kwiatkowski, who are two absolutely stunning defensive players there. Lidman was decent. He wasn't great. Datsuk was better, for sure. And then Zayunin and Esche are the other two names there that were, good players for sure. So anyways, guys, I think we'll just kind of finish off the re-signing phase nice and quickly here. We got a couple scouts that are expiring here. I thought it said they were retiring for a second. I was like, no, but no, they're all good. And obviously we have Larmour as one of our restricted free agents. That was one of the main reasons why we made that trade and gave away what's his name? Gave away Heiskanen. How much money does Carlson want? Yeah, he wants too much money. So we're going to let him walk just to let this team grow into their own. Justin Puljujärvi jumps up to an 83. So that ain't too bad, but I don't know how well he'd actually fit with our team. He wants $2 million. So, possible. Unlikely, but possible. Jaden Andersons is getting paid a lot of money, but I'm really hoping he kind of jumps up into our top group here pretty soon. Rasmus Anderson wants $2.3 million for the next 2 years. That's probably doable, but really, when you look at all the other guys we have in here, like, we're definitely signing Bishop to a deal now. Chance Bishop will be joining our team. Hopefully Jacobs will be too. Malaki, that's his name. Malaki Jacobs will join our team too. And I think we're going to get Sutter and Kwiatkowski, even though I'm pretty sure both these guys were playing in the CHL. Yes, they were. Honestly, it's not even worth signing them. Let them just play out a year or two in the CHL, see how they turn out. Bykov actually is pretty decent, so we'll sign him up. And then Pilon, or Pylon, I call him Pylon. Garrett Pilon, we're going to sign. Markstrom we should probably sign as well, as he's a pretty decent player playing over there in Frölunda. And then we'll sign Morrissey, and we'll sign Sarvinen. And Boguniecki, probably not worth it as a low top 6 there. Yeah, maybe, actually. And then for goalies, obviously, Jamie Larmour. The big name contract we have to get out here. Okay, they're saying we're going to have to pay Larmour $7.875 million if he's going to stay. So, $8 million's too much. Just pay him $7.9 million. If he'll take that, I'm happy with it. If he doesn't take it, oh well, like not the end of the world, but we'll have to pursue him again, obviously. $900K on Lennox probably is good. Okay, for all expiring here, I think we're just going to release, even though, yes, it would probably be awesome to sign a guy like Carlson as he's 90 overall. I think we're just going to release him and Puljujarvi to clear up roster space because we've offered 8 contracts. And we don't have 8 contracts worth of space. So we'll release those 2. And I don't know yet about Boguniecki, Lepisto, and Rowe. There, so let's advance a day, see what happens. And looks like Lennox re-signed. Sarvinen resigns. Larmour rejects. Alright, Larmour wants a 1-year deal, which isn't great. Bishop signs, Bykov signs, Lennox signs, Morrissey joins, Markstrom joins. Alright, looks like just about everybody signed there, which is good. So let's try to get Larmour again here. Let's go for like a 3-year deal. That's $7.5 million. Actually, we could probably get him for like 7. I think he'd take that. And then honestly, I want Anderson back, so we'll offer him that deal. And advance the day again. All right. So Larmour does sign the 3-year deal. That's good. Anderson signs his deal. And I think we might, well, we'll probably release Cale Fleury as he's kind of dropped off. So get rid of him. Oscar Sundqvist, he's really cheap, so I will definitely sign him. And then maybe we'll go with, yeah, let's go with Solomon Boguniecki. Why not? He's half decently rated, so. And what about unsigned players? We'll be all right for that. All right. So I think that's all we're going to do. I think we're going to sim to free agency now. Hopefully Boguniecki signs. And looks like he did. All right, and we get Sundqvist as well. So we're going to sim to free agency. Probably not going to make too many free agent signings anyways. And get into the next season more so. So we're not trading Lundberg or Anderson. We're keeping those guys around. I don't know for how long, to be honest, because we have guys like Vasyunov here who are on a single year left, really, right? So we look at the guys on 1 year left here, starting here. The value just starts going up from there, especially with Vasyunov. So guys, really, I don't think this team is going to change too much season to season here. You could argue that we need to improve our defense or stuff like that, but really I just don't see that happening at this point. It's always fun to take a peek at who's available in free agency, but usually there aren't too many players that we really need to go out and get, to be honest. Detroit hasn't signed Dmitry Lazarev. That might be a mistake. Besides that, like, I don't think we really need to pursue anybody here. I think our team's going to be just fine. And, yeah, I think we're just going to sim straight through to the next season. We got enough pieces in this team that we're going to be just fine. So, yeah, let's just sim here and see what happens. So, starting off the next season here, we got 98% of the tickets sold. I mean, yes, this team is definitely one of the main attractions in the NAHL right now. Obviously, with a huge fan base and a great team, like that's what's going to happen. So, our owner goals, we are expected to make the Stanley Cup Finals, win the President's Trophy, and upgrade the team store. All right. So guys, this is how the team's looking heading into the next season. Really not too many changes have happened here. We've got pretty much the exact same forward group as last year. Literally nothing's changed there. On the defense, only change really here has been Samuel Morin has moved up. He's going to be playing a big defensive role in this team. We have Jaden Anderson's paired with Carson Lambo, so we have an offensive and defensive there. Then we have Salio and Davidson. They should actually be switched because Davidson's on his offhand then, as he's the more skilled defenseman. But then Salio's, he's growing consistently, which is huge for this team. He'll probably be up to about an 86, 87 by the time he's done growing, which is awesome because you pair that beside Davidson with the +5 chemistry. They're just unstoppable, really. And then in goal, we've had a lot of growth from Johan Lundberg as he's looking to potentially make a name for himself here and, maybe even push Jamie Larmour out of that starting position eventually. Obviously, we signed Larmour for 3 more years at $7 million, but eventually we're going to have to choose between these two guys, which I hate to say, but it's probably going to happen at some point here as we do have a big name in Marcus Vasayunov expiring this season, as well as other guys such as Kirby Dach and Clayton Keller expiring eventually here too on deals that, we have to keep in mind, but we shouldn't worry about too much at this point either because we still have another season left. As far as special teams go, it's looking really good here. We got +3 on both power plays, which is insane. The 4-man power play units are pretty good still, +1 and a 0. And then for penalty kill, we got a +1 on the first unit. And then for the 3-man PK, there's no negatives, which is huge. So yeah, that's our team right now. It's looking really good. As far as the AHL goes, still some good chemistry here. Nothing as crazy, but that's just the way this team has really been built, is that it's just solid all around and straight through. Every single line's got at least +1 chemistry boost. And then it's really built out more through the defense than anything. Obviously, Torsten Markstrom going to make a mark on this team for sure, but you can see the +3 boost on this defense is insane. Hopefully, we'll see a guy like Ladislav Kopecky start moving up the lineup here pretty soon. That would be huge. And then goalies, we got Lennox and Cogliano, both goalies very good. Nothing crazy, but very good for sure. So I don't think the captains have changed at all here. Davidson, Savan, and Leach still your 3 captains of this team. Samuel Morin would be wearing number 55. I think he can, actually. I don't think anybody's wearing 55 right now, so he can wear his normal number there. And then I think that's it, really. So next episode, we will get through the 2026/27 season. This team is set up to do very well. There's no question about that, and hopefully we'll see another Stanley Cup here in the future of this team. Interesting looking draft, nothing crazy really. Got a Liga player, a Polish Liga player there in Caden Hill. So who knows how he's going to turn out, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it to the end of the video, please make sure you go down below and drop a like on this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps this video and my channel get recommended to more viewers, and also make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Click down in this bottom corner right here. There will be a card that will let you subscribe. Also, make sure you leave comments to possibly get featured in one of these upcoming episodes, and also turn on notifications so you never miss when I upload. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya!